Good morning. So these carbon fiber trimmer line shafts are getting hard to find. Let me show you how I preserve mine. Normally they come with a little button here. Let me flip this around. So normally they come with a little sprung steel button right here, where the rivet would have been here that holds a flat spring, and then the button would stick up from there and it was metal. What I started seeing on it though, and these are hard to get, these carbon fiber, is that it was delaminating, as in anything like fiberglass or anything that's resin impregnated material. So what I did was, now let me grab the string trimmer. On my trimmer, first of all, I'm using the Echo 3020. I got a Craftsman mid shaft. Don't even ask how I did all that. And then, so to preserve that coupling point, and that's to keep it from moving this way, is I get a piece of wooden dowel from the hardware, because I'd rather have that dowel deteriorate. It's oak 5/16, and I cut it off with my cutting wheel to little pieces, and I'll keep them in my pocket. I did with this whole system, instead of being, let's exaggerate here, instead of my trimmer head being 50 feet from me and hard to control, it's right up tight. So I'm talking about stuff for maintenance cuts, etc., etc. This is a one-handed machine. I can run it one-handed. I can flip it one-handed. I can run it sideways under the pocket. I can run it like this, flipped and standing on the grass side, and I can cut perfect edges because it's all brought in tighter to the operator. And then with the reduced mass, it's perfectly balanced. As I hold it right here, I can hold it like this all day long without any consequence. And that's meaningful because the way humans are built is that for each stride, there's supposed to be a movement of the arm. They used to understand the importance of this. They would give you a physical for the military, and that was one thing they watched for. But beyond that, now they're finding out that these people that shuffle around, that aren't moving their arm for each step as a counterbalance, it atrophies a certain part of their brain, and those people are more susceptible to things like Alzheimer's, etc., etc. So to preserve that part of the brain, you need to keep that part of the brain active. So if all day long you're the string guy and you got these arms fixed and they can't move with your stride, for one, it's going to make choppy, stupid looking lines, but also it can hurt your brain. So this is all very important. You want to make your machine fit you, and you want to make your machine fit what the environment needs, so you can do processes that are additive instead of subtractive, so that we can preserve our industry and preserve our food fertility. Let's not again, you're getting me all tripped up here. I think it's the coffee, actually. It's not you. Yeah, that's what you got to do, and it wouldn't be a problem even, but 9 times out of 10, you go to find these shafts and they won't give them to you without selling the whole machine. And then another thing on this is this small drum. For maintenance cuts, it operates just like what comes factory on all my Echoes. But because it's a lower volume drum, I carry a bit of line in my pocket, 3 arm lengths and taped up. But that smaller drum gives you a lot more reach in on tight spaces. So the only modifications in my opinion, to get the most out of this carbon fiber shaft that you can't really find, is to, where this wing nut used to be, just fix that where it's approximately tight enough for that to slide in, and then drill out that little rivet that holds that tab, that holds that button out, and instead of engaging its placement that way, you would use the wooden dowel, because it's sacrificial. All right, you have a good day.